Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm here at Dutton Locks at the Fish Hatchery, also known as the Fish Hatchery, with Stacy Selvold from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and we're here to talk the Bird Festival, Festival of Birds here in Detroit Lakes.
You bet. We're getting really excited. We're down to just a couple of weeks. It'll be May 14th through the 17th this year, and we're counting the days.
All right. Well, we're in this beautiful setting because this is one of the spots that bird watchers will be able to flock to.
Yes, it will. We're going to have a new tour this year that's kind of fun, and we hope actually that we'll get a local crowd of folks that might join us for a short little trip on Saturday morning from 8 to 10. We'll likely be visiting Dutton Locks and a couple of other local destinations. This is always a fantastic place to bird because you can get tucked into the woods here a little bit. Warblers are always fantastic out here in mid-May. So amongst other things, we've got ducks and waterbirds and lots of other critters that make this place home. So we're looking forward to sharing this with everybody on a Saturday morning tour. So come on out and join us.
All right. And people can still register now? Can they register the day of the festival? Or
we'd like to know about a week in advance. Kind of the last of the registration is around May 10. That's usually when we kind of close things off. But there are a lot of free events that are available for people. So if they want to, they're welcome to come out. Like Saturday in particular, Saturday the 16th is a great day to come on out. There's some free workshops in the afternoon. And starting late morning, there's a Birders Bazaar, so there are vendors and a silent auction and different presentations, lunch. So there's a lot of activities going on Saturday that are free. So that helps a little bit. People don't have to feel like they have to come out for 4 days and invest in the entire festival. If you want to just come out and get exposed to what this is all about, Saturday is a great day to do it. There's that short tour. There's also a couple of really fun workshops for new birders. One of those is Thursday afternoon. So that'll be out at the Concordia facility on Long Lake. So that'll be a neat destination we haven't been before. And we have a new base camp for everything. We're going to be out at Detroit Mountain this year. So come on out and see the new facility also if you haven't been out there. So
okay, that's very cool. And I'm sure there'll be some birds out in the mountain as well.
For sure. People don't realize it, but the hills east of town are fantastic, especially in the spring for raptors. If they can get up on some thermals out that direction, we're hoping to pick up some migrating raptors that we don't always see in this part of the world. So we'll see what happens. It's kind of a new destination and a little bit different focus for us, so it'll be fun.
Yes, it'll be a lot of fun. So the Festival of Birds is what we're talking about. We're standing here at Dutton Locks in Detroit Lakes and talking to Stacy Selvold, who actually works with the Fish and Wildlife Service, and she works with the Wetland Management Office here in Detroit Lakes. And Hamden Slough, of course, is on the docket.
Yep, Hamden, Slough, and Tamarack again. Hamden is Saturday morning, as well as Tamarack, I believe, is Friday morning. And then we'll be doing Seven Sisters Prairie, which is a TNC property in Glendalough State Park over in Otter Tail County. We'll be doing both of those on Friday. We're also doing the Canadian tour again this year, which has actually turned out to be a really cool event. So the crew takes off on Sunday morning, and they head out to Arrowwood National Wildlife Refuge in North Dakota, and then travel north into Canada for a day and come back. So they get to see a really neat part of the Central Flyway. We're kind of on the western edge of the Mississippi Flyway, and they get into a whole different suite of prairie ducks and other migrating shorebirds and that kind of thing in North Dakota. So there's some really neat things going on this year. We're going quite a few places that we've gone a lot in the past, but we're also adding some kind of new tours. So should be a great experience for everybody.
Okay, it's the Festival of Birds coming up in mid-May, May 14th through the 17th, and we're here with Stacy Selvold, and we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some of the presenters coming for the Festival of Birds next. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm here with Stacy Selvold at the Dutton Locks, which is a site of one of the bird watching experiences during the Festival of Birds this year. Stacy, let's talk now about some of the presenters on hand May 14th through the 17th.
Yeah, well, we have a great suite of birders that come back every year and help us out with our different tours, but we try to bring in a diverse group of different presenters. And this year we have Paul Basich and Carol Henderson will be presenting Friday night, and that presentation will be focused on their new book that is surrounding the backyard bird feeding throughout North America. We'll have Bob Jansen talking about a new book that he has out about the birds of Minnesota state parks, which we believe is one of the first books that's ever been published. Bird guides, truly a bird guide surrounding state parks anywhere in the country. So this is a pretty neat new thing. And then Melissa Grew is coming, and she is a phenomenal wildlife photographer who's been all over the world photographing everything from elephants to, our favorite common loons in our backyard. So it'll be great to see her artwork.
And I was talking to Melissa a couple of weeks ago, and she said she's never been to Minnesota, but she actually has the picture on front of the Festival of Birds pamphlet. She took that picture, and, she's excited to come to Minnesota. She actually took the picture of the western grebe out in North Dakota, I believe, and she talks about, how long it takes to get shots and standing out for hours getting the right shot.
Yeah, she's really neat, too. She's really focused on, not trying to stage it, and there's a lot of controversy over whether owls should be baited and those kinds of things. And she's really taken a strong stance towards doing this by sort of joining these natural critters in their habitat and not trying to alter their habitat to get them to come in for a photo. So it's pretty neat. And she's got photos from North Dakota of western grebes, but it's kind of neat because we do have a couple of local colonies too. So really interesting birds.
Yeah, and so she's got a lot of work out there, and Paul Basich, I had a chance to talk to him, and he's got the book that he and Carol Henderson wrote. They go into the history of feeding birds. They go into the seeds we use, the bird feeders, and how it all came about. So lots of interesting things, and really Melissa Grew, the photographer, she also will touch on maybe how photography helps in conservation.
Yeah, she is all about telling the story, the bigger picture story about these critters, and sharing with folks her experience with conservation and promoting conservation for everything that she likes to photograph. So she's a really neat person. She was actually involved with some research in Africa on elephants, and she's really got her roots tied to the resource, which is fun. It's fun to see that.
Well, it's the Festival of Birds coming up this May 14th through the 17th right here in Detroit Lakes, a new home base at Detroit Mountain Recreation Area, and lots of fun, lots of exciting things. And Saturday, of course, there's lots of free events that you can check out at the mountain.
Yep, there are. So Saturday from about 11:30 through about 4 o'clock, you can come out for different presentations, for interactions with partners that have booths set up out there. The Friends of Tamarack will have their bookstore available, and there will be lots of things going on. Lunch will be available, all those kinds of things. So come on out and visit us. You can find out more information on visitdetroitlakes.com. There's a specific web page on the Chamber's website for the Festival of Birds, and anybody that registers before May 1st will be eligible to be entered in a drawing for a free pair of fantastic binoculars from Eagle Optics. Right. So come and join us.
Stacy Salvavold, spokesperson for the Festival of Birds this year. She's with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service Wetland Management Office here in Detroit Lakes. And for Hometown Happenings TV3, I'm Carol McCarthy.